Good evening, I'm Brady Gallagher. Coming up in the newscast, Kutztown's enrollment rate has dropped, and the Electronic Media Department's red carpet event took place today.
And I'm Steve Majiri with an update on KU football and women's golf. We also have Haley Bianca with Hollywood Minute and Kyle Ashenfelder with the Kutztown weather forecast. Newsbreak begins now.
Kutztown's enrollment rate has dropped 12% since its peak in 2012, and this year alone. Almost 300 fewer students did not enroll compared to other state schools. Kutztown's enrollment decline is 6%, twice as much as schools across Pennsylvania. All 14 universities, however, have been hit by funding cuts. Matt Santos, spokesperson for the university, said Monday that there are no program cuts being contemplated for the 2013-2014 school year. The main reason the enrollment is declining is not only because of high school enrollment decline, but also the price of college in a very unstable economy. Today was the Electronic Department's red carpet affair, and Newsbreak's very own Haley Bianca was there to cover the event.
The wet and dreary day outside the Rickenbach Learning Center this morning couldn't dampen the exciting events taking place inside. The Electronic Media Department hosted a red carpet affair. Stepping away from the daily classroom setting, today successful alumni come back to share their experiences with current and prospective students. Longtime experts in the field gave advice and critiqued student productions. The pros and aspiring pros alike really enjoyed the day.
I really hope that they listen to all the speakers today, and I hope that they take all of it in and help decide if they want to come to Kutztown, because this is the school for media.
The very first beginning, like within the hour, she showed us new ways that we could pep up our announcements and ways we could move the camera and move along with it, so your interview and the person that's watching it wouldn't be too bored and they'll be more in touch with it.
So what was class of 95 alum Will Kenworthy's biggest piece of advice?
I hope they take away that there's a lot of different jobs in television. It's not just a reporter or a photographer. There's other things involved in the aspect of television, and that pretty much anybody can do it, but they just have to have the patience and work ethic to get into it.
The students asked questions about the TV industry, heard stories, and took away some valuable guidance from Emmy Award-winning professionals.
I was impressed by the PBS guys, CBS, ABC. It was really cool to have them all clustered into one place at one time, and the fact that people could organize that was really cool.
The red carpet affair seemed to be a resounding success.
I'm ecstatic. I've had a number of students, both high school and our own students, ask me if we're going to make this an annual event, and I kind of think that we might do that in some way, in some fashion.
At the Rickenbach Learning Center, I'm Haley Bianco, reporting for Newsbreak.
This weekend, a Five Guys restaurant in Berks County will be reopening after being crashed into by a car last week. Around 7 p.m. last Thursday, a 70-year-old woman crashed her car into the restaurant, injuring 5 people. According to police, the woman claimed that she thought she was hitting her brakes when she was actually stepping on the gas. The Five Guys restaurant is set to reopen this Saturday. Now let's head over to Haley Bianco for this week's edition of Hollywood Minute.
Hey guys, Haley here with this week's Hollywood Minute. As any Kardashian fan could have predicted, Kris and Bruce Jenner have finally announced their separation. However, exclusive sources continue to tell E! News representatives that these rumors are simply not true. The source claims that the separation is just a separation and that no divorce plans are in the future. On the show, viewers got to experience firsthand the repercussions of Bruce's move to their Malibu house. And although Kris and Bruce both admit they are happier living apart, they have established not only a life together, but also a hit television show and, as a result, a brand. Plus, Kris is Bruce's manager. Good news is the 8th season of the show is currently airing, and the cameras have been rolling through the whole separation drama. So we will get to see it all unfold right in front of us. So while we may not be sure what's up with Kris and Bruce, it's safe to say the Kardashians are definitely keeping us interested. And that's your Hollywood headline for this week. Now let's head back to the desk.
Our hearts go out to friends and family of Ben Galley, who passed away suddenly Monday morning. He was a fellow electronic media major and a friend. Rest in peace, Ben, you will be missed.
You're going to
go this way. Stop. Yeah. Whoa. No, I don't want to hear it. Okay, we'll hear this right now. I'm gonna go follow your
Stop. Okay, don't argue.
I'm gonna show you some real music this time, okay? Oh, this is fantastic. I know, it's feminine. I don't have a feminine. It's outrageous.
Stop arguing, you nincompoops. Aren't you three supposed to be promoting the show you idiots were blabbering about before? I suppose I'll just handle it myself. Mic Check is a half-hour-long program showcasing local music talents based in and around the Lehigh Valley. Featured bands perform live music and are interviewed. How was that? You think you could have done better? Mic Check. Airing Wednesdays at 8 p.m. and Fridays at 1 p.m.
So Steve, it's been very rainy this week. How do you think the rest of the week's going to pan out?
It's going to be a little drizzy. Expect a little Wayne. Hey, Kyle, speaking of Wayne, have you seen my umbrella hat anywhere?
Absolutely not, Steve. I have not seen it anywhere. I know I used it last year, but I haven't found it yet. So I'll get it back to you, but I'm telling you what, you are going to need some kind of umbrella for tonight and tomorrow because we are going to have a lot of rain, and we had a lot of rain today. It is raining, it is pouring, and I'm sure there's an old man snoring out there because it is raining really hard out there today. And it was a lot of rain today, and we had a high of 68 degrees with a low of around 50. And tonight, that's where the temperature is going to be tonight. We're going to have a 50-degree temperature, and we have an 80% chance of rain tonight, so it will most likely be raining throughout the rest of the night. And going into tomorrow, where we will have more rain, and we have another 80% chance of precipitation, and we have a high of 58 for tomorrow and a low of 50. So let's go for the rest of the week. And Saturday, there's a 30% chance of rain for the Kutztown football game. Go Kutztown, KU Bears. You might want to take some rain gear, who knows? 30% chance, so there might be a little bit of rain there. But other than that, it looks like it's going to be a pretty nice overcast day with a high of 66 degrees. On Sunday and Monday, two cloudy days with highs of 64 and 65. And then Tuesday and Wednesday, we will have highs of 68 and 68 and partly cloudy days. The rest of the week is looking pretty good going into next week, but watch out for the rain coming in the next couple of days because you will need some rain gear or at least an umbrella. Back to you guys at the desk.
Yesterday was Kutztown University's annual job and internship fair and the McFarland Student Union. 50 employers from local businesses were present and actively seeking students for internship, part-time, and full-time opportunities.
Really great. It's an awesome opportunity for students to come out and talk to employers that they're interested in, and even for students who are sophomores or juniors, it definitely gives them an opportunity to get their name out there and look to future employers.
For the full story, tune in on Tuesday. Food historian William Moyes Weaver will be having 2 workshops at the Cultural Heritage Center at Kutztown University. This Saturday from 9:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m., Weaver and Pansy Michaels, a local pastry chef at the Lancaster County Club, will conduct a workshop called Taste of Harvest, Gardening and Cooking with Pennsylvania Dutch Heirlooms. Also on November 9th, at the same time, a former farm manager at Colby College named Josiah Taylor will conduct a workshop called The Traditional Winter Garden, Fresh Fruit from December to March. The Harvest Workshop costs $150 per person, while the Winter Garden costs $75 per person. For more information, you can contact Amanda Richardson at 610-683-1589. A group of 18th and 19th century soldiers will be honored with a special memorial stone in Alsace Township this weekend. The stone will be dedicated to 16 Revolutionary War veterans and 6 War of 1812 veterans who were buried in Zion Spies Church Cemetery without names on their headstones. The veterans were identified by Boy Scouts and the County Veterans Association. The ceremony will begin this Sunday at 3 p.m. So what do you think about how the Boy Scouts and the Veterans County Association found the names of those unidentified veterans?
That's great. It's amazing they're able to find that kind of information. Anything is on the internet these days. We'll be right back after this.
Be sure to tune in Tuesday evenings at 7 p.m. to catch co-hosts Devin Raventoss and Eddie Rishid as they travel around the Berks County and Lehigh Valley area, exploring some great places to visit. Camera One re-airs Wednesdays at 7:30 and Fridays at 12:30. Don't miss it!
Choose Kutztown University.
Now sports, where this past weekend the KU football team was dealt a crushing loss as they fell to cross-state rivalry Slippery Rock by a final score of 58-10. KU ended up using 2 quarterbacks in the game as Alec Werner and Josh Luckenbaugh combined for a total of 22 of 51 passes for 257 yards, but were intercepted 5 times. The duo completed passes to 9 different receivers, which is the most all year since last year. The Rocks sent the tempo early and never looked back as they scored quickly on their first 2 possessions and did not let up, as the score ended up at 45-3 at halftime. KU had trouble moving the ball offensively as they were only able to muster up 262 net yards of offense. The Golden Bears' only touchdown came late in the fourth quarter when Darryl Scott had a 1-yard touchdown plunge late in the fourth. The Rocks' offense averaged a blistering 8.6 yards per play in comparison to KU's 3.4, as they showed why they are one of the more important offenses in the entire PSAC. KU will look to rebound as they face Cheney at home this Saturday. Kickoff is scheduled for 1:05 p.m. at University Field, and the game will be broadcast live right here on KU TV. And now to women's golf, as the Lady Bears had an excellent weekend at the annual Kutztown Fall Invitational at the Berkeley Golf Club. 5 Golden Bears ended up making the top 7 for the tournament, as Madison Hussel, Jacqueline Clifton, Madison Beer, Devin Everett, and Lauren Smith each had top 7 finishes for the day. Madison Hussel had an exceptional day, as she finished with the top spot in the tournament and gave the Lady Bears the team victory by shooting a tournament low of 80 to finish the day. KU will travel next to Greensburg, PA to partake in the Seton Hill Invitational this weekend. And now for a special public service announcement. As we all know, this month is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, as you can see the pink that I will be wearing every week this month. Times like these, we all need to do our part in the battle against breast cancer in order to find a cure. It has certainly had an impact on people in my life and many others for sure. I ask all of our viewers out there to at least be aware of this affliction, for it is of the utmost importance that we do whatever is in our power to find a cure. Because as we know, defeating breast cancer is a team sport, which elicits participation from all of us in order to achieve victory. That's all for sports. Now remember to log on to KUBears.com for all the latest in KU athletics.
That's all we have for you tonight. We'll see you again on Thursday.
For Brady, Kyle, Haley, and the rest of the crew,
Good night.